Welcome to Moonlit Magic. I am Elise, and we are going to reveal what the Scorpio new moon wants to teach us, help us to clarify and understand in our own lives. So if you have cards at home, the best thing to do right now is grab those and lay those out along with me so you can gain clarity for yourself. And if not, grab a journal or a notebook and write down the things that jump out to you. As you're feeling the energy, so are we. And so if you're connecting with this, you're feeling it in your life right now, this is the place to show up to kind of shed a little bit more light, illuminate what's going on so it doesn't feel so confusing and chaotic out in the real world. We are here to reveal the energy of the Scorpio new moon, and we're going to find out what messages that this energy wants to bring us. We are going to start with our overall message. This is number 1. If you've downloaded our spread in our group on Facebook, The Secret Society of Self-Care, or if you have cards at home, go ahead and lay them out along with me and get more clarity for yourself. The overall message is the perfection of your life. So focusing on what we have available to us, what is around us, and how to appreciate those sort of things, how everything is coming together for us, okay? Both on the surface and at deeper levels. What do you feel? Identifying and mirroring what is going on in our life. What do we want to keep? What do we want to let go of? And even if we don't understand that with that sort of clarity just yet, to know what we like to experience versus what we don't particularly enjoy is going to be a very important mirror to appreciating and even creating a more satisfying life experience. So paying attention to what's going on outside and how that feels on the inside, and then bringing that back, to what we have at the present moment, to what we can appreciate, and all of that we have available to us right now. So we're just getting started. These are the messages from the Scorpio new moon. If this is your first time here, we have messages like this to reveal clarity from each different new and full moon. So check that out and consider subscribing so you don't miss this when we put this energy out every 2 weeks. So now we're moving on to number 2. This is where we will find satisfaction this lunar phase. Our ancient future. So this again, Scorpio matches so well. The water energy anyway is why I pulled this deck out. But this is looking at our past, okay? Or feeling into the experiences of our ancestors to create new patterns, to make new choices from those mistakes. We are so powerful, and we have this opportunity to see what we maybe didn't want to look at before. Now is the time to look so we can create a future that we are satisfied with. That's the point. What if it isn't true? There's this deep dive meditation I want to point out really quick, a gentle introduction into shadow work, and go check that out if you are feeling this, okay? What is some foundational belief about yourself where you don't believe that you deserve, or you don't believe you're valuable, you believe you're ashamed of something about you that was planted from expectations from maybe your family, okay? There's a really good chance that that's a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. And if it's not, then you need really strong boundaries. But now is the time to look into that, because you are great. I don't really know what to say. I don't want to sit here and say you're perfect and get off on this route where you can't believe me, or you can't possibly begin to, think I'm not full of shit. But I want you to understand that we base our whole lives, everything that we do, our self-sabotage is based on not believing we deserve certain things, relationships, experiences, and we don't truly believe in our full potential. So to look in at what we may have been overlooking, something that's been making us feel pressure, or a shadow that's chasing us, is what we need to be doing right now. Identifying a misunderstanding of belief about ourselves so we can step into our true power. Okay, that was a lot, but here we go. This is the foundation of what we're learning here. So I hope that if you're connecting with this, that you're going to sit here and take notes, and that you're going to really engage in this along with me. Moon, darkness. How perfect is this? Guys, the new moon, and we're talking about darkness, the dark moon even. So connecting with this right now, the energy is there. The moon is a mirror of our emotions, okay? That's why we feel that pull when the moon is full. We feel, we notice that in kids, you notice the wildness. Believe in this, at least inside of you, okay? When you feel the energy, go with it and see where it leads. Follow it inward, because I don't think that you're going to regret it. It might be a dark and scary journey to start with, but I think that you're a lot braver than you give yourself credit for. Let's talk about something to set our intentions towards for the Scorpio new moon. Reclaiming your energy. I love that so much, especially because the new moon phase is kind of like this phase of a clean slate, a fresh start, and it's almost a very restful time. It's like that seed state before the energy starts to take over and something begins to grow. So this is where we come back in and focus our energy. And what's that going to be on? To turn away and avoid the truth doesn't make it not true. So just to no longer be afraid of experience overall is going to be a huge shift. Don't be afraid to experience, to feel. This is all temporary, okay? Do I know all my strengths, and am I using them? Do you? It's kind of like it's a balance, right? So if we're putting so much energy into things that make us feel like this is a crazy cycle, like I can just never get out of this, there's always something chasing us, or we're always chasing our own tail, it's time to maybe ask for help in different ways, find support in different ways. The anxiety has a lot to do with isolation. Energy that we could be using to invest in our own potential is being wasted in the anxiety. It's being wasted in the worrying about things that we won't directly look at. Okay? If you feel like you're under pressure in a mess, you're in it whether or not you're honest or not, whether or not you get the help that you need or not. The cycle is just the avoidance, the isolation, and the mind games. Okay? Reclaim that energy by focusing on what's true. Speed and movement. So when we do take a step forward, things start to move much more quickly than we would imagine. That's terrifying. Can I tell you from my own perspective, that is terrifying, to know that your life is going to change. Even if it's changing in a direction that we would prefer, is still scary because it is the unknown. So you're not alone. You're not alone if you're afraid to change. You're not alone if you're afraid of what may be in the shadow. That's what we're doing here. We're looking at it, realizing that once we bring light in, that what we've been hiding from probably isn't what we thought it was. Okay? What's in this darkness? The secrets, the anxieties build in the isolation when we won't quite look at the truth because we're afraid of what it might reveal to us, how it might hurt us. We tend to be harming ourselves much more by leaving it in darkness, okay, and not actually starting the process. One step forward is going to start the momentum. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really do appreciate you spending this time with me. If you are laying out your cards or taking notes, let me know what is landing with you. What are you connecting with most here? And please give this video a like so I know that you enjoy it and it's boosted out to more people. This is going to be something to be aware of. Number 4, if you're laying out cards out with me. Vulnerability. Oh my God. And this is just like exactly what I'm feeling right now. Vulnerability is that looking shame in the eye. Okay, this is not something that is a weakness. This is power. Look at this dragon. This is power. Look at these look the crystal, the mirror. That was my actual last addition to the altar. So these cards were laid out when I built this altar. That's going to be a new thing that we do, how to build the Scorpio or how to build the water altar. We're going to be doing this for every altar just to show you how intentional it is and what a creative process this is. This is a ritual in itself, building that altar, and none of it is by mistake or by accident. Vulnerability is your power. Okay. Do I know my strengths? Vulnerability is it, because when you feel ashamed, especially ashamed, and you isolate yourself, this is your superpower. To let somebody in, to ask for help, to ask for support, hire somebody, talk to somebody, whatever you can do, find groups. I'm telling you, once you start to open it, let it crack and let the light in there, because you need that to heal this, to get through and see this clearly. Are you willing? Oh, yeah. Here come the chills. I'm not gonna cry. I promise. I will not cry. Okay, I have nothing more to say on that one. Silence. Okay, snow, silence. And can I just tell you also, we just got the first snowfall of the year in the last few days of my life. So to have snow coming out, silence, and really this shift into this new season, what we're gonna have to do here is sit with this. You have to sit with you. Okay, your shame. I understand taking that step and opening up is not easy. I honest to God, just am moving through this right now. Moving through it. I've gone through the shame, the whole shame spiral, deciding, can I even reveal this to someone else? Can I open myself up this way? Is that possible? How could, because there was so much shame with like just, and it's nothing. When I actually asked for the help, like these things to a lot of people are very simple things to take care of. Just like when I'm talking about this experience, this emotional thing might be really, really tight and tied up and deep for you. You might just be embarking on this. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of the feelings as they come. The insight, the knowledge, the truth, that is part of this healing for you. And you won't regret it once you start to move through it. Okay? Sitting with it is hard. Looking it directly, in the face when you're alone, when the anxiety and is going through your head, that's terrifying. Don't let yourself be isolated in this, because that is where all of the shame lives. I promise you. Let the light in. You will not regret that in the long term. This is a lesson we may face. Realm Bridger. So we are crossing. This is such a shift in your life. This is opening up something in you that you will never be able to go back. You don't want to go back. Okay? You don't want to go back. I know you don't. Don't be afraid to change. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? This is going to be so critical to this shift. This is going to be so crucial to being able to believe in yourself, the encouragement. I had to let people in, humans, real humans, and what I built up in my head was so far from the actual truth of the matter. It is astounding how much we need connection. Okay? The right types of connection, people who understand, people who, when you bring that to them, not people who are here to fix you, people who are here to be honest. Are you willing to be honest? Are you willing to look in? Are you willing to see the truth for what it is, not for the fantasy or illusion that you've built it to be? Believe me, comes in layers. It does not come all at once. This will happen a lot of times. Don't hide from it, because then something's always chasing you. And then when you finally do get someplace where you feel good, there's a landmine planted there, a landmine of self-sabotage that, because you couldn't have been honest about it, it will blow up in your face. And the choice here is to shift that entire pattern, to go into those things, find the landmines, very carefully dig them up, spend the time you need to on each one. Do not rush that. so you can actually see where the roots are of this self-sabotage. This is the perfect time. Go into the dark. Here with me now. I'll be your lantern. I'll be your tour guide. What do you need? Change. What did I just say? Do not be afraid to change. Change is great. When you feel miserable, and I'm not saying your whole life is miserable or everything's terrible, but you know what I mean. You can look at your life objectively and know how wonderful it is and how awesome these people are, but there is something blocking you from accessing your satisfaction, your joy, your happiness. There is something blocking you. I am telling you, look at what you feel is chasing you. Where is the pressure? What are you not willing to look at? Where is the shadow? Where is the darkness? There's something, okay? That because you're not doing so bad, or because you need to function or maintain a certain lifestyle or even a certain persona, you're not being fully honest. I'm not saying go out on social media and proclaim this to everybody. That's not the answer either. The answer is to find places where you're understood, people that you can connect with who can support you and will, okay? They may be people you have to hire, all right? I don't want to go too far, but it's really important to have the type of support you need because the changes are hard. They are. I'm going to validate that for you. It's hard. All of this is hard. It can be. It's not hard forever. These things, each individual experience will ease up. You realize the temporariness of it, and yes, something else comes again. And it's almost impossible to sustain as one single person. We need support. That village, it's not built into our lives anymore. We have to find the people, and sometimes they're not even local. Now, a resource I should pay attention to, I don't even know how to segue into the next place from here. A resource, star seed elemental, something cosmic is waking up within you. Your divine potential, something you were born with that you came here to do, your divine purpose, that is bursting forth within you right now. That seed within you, when you look at yourself clearly, when you're ready to change, I'm not dictating the change for you. I'm telling you, what is the truth? What are you hiding from? I'm just asking. Look underneath. Here's your life here, okay? This beautiful tree. There's no doubt that you have planted a magnificent life and that you're here to live it. There are so many things to appreciate, but there are things under the surface that you're not looking at and you're not paying attention to. And if those things start to shift, it's gonna make you feel very unstable. Don't be afraid to look, to go underneath, to dig up, to move around. Things might fall apart, but you will be better for it, okay? Nothing that falls away permanently was meant to stay permanently. It's meant for your growth. It's meant for your experience. Everything is meant to teach us something. When was the last time I danced freely, unlocking this within you? Let yourself unlock this. Go and try our magic moon meditation. It's this dance meditation where we just plant our feet down and move and bend and sway and really let the music move through our bodies. Connect with yourself to unlock this. Breathe life force. That's what we're doing here, okay? Connecting to your heart, connecting to your breath, awakening your divine potential, and then it becomes clear. See, we unlock it, and then it becomes clear. Dance, be free, enjoy, play. Find that playfulness. And that's exactly what we're talking about right here with what's in the way. There's a resistance to just appreciation. When I feel it, when I feel that jealousy or something, yeah, I'm petty sometimes and I say things to myself and make comments and whatever. But then I go, well, I'm just jealous. Why do I feel like that? What is it? But what I try my very best not to do is go out and make comments to other people or bring that into another space where it amplifies that energy out. I try to work out, what's my ego telling me? What do I need to learn about this? Why do I feel jealous? What do I need? What do I not feel I deserve? This is the journey, friends. This is the healing. This is the work. This is the process. Look at yourself clearly and you will not miss anything. Everything, even if it feels excruciating, waiting on certain things. Why do you feel that that is such an integral part of your life, to your success, to your happiness, and to your appreciation? What if it never came forth in that way that you envisioned it? Can you appreciate your life here and now? And when you can, that's when things start to unlock. And the experiences, the appreciation for those experiences, and that resistance, that brick wall that's been in the way of our satisfaction, the wall starts to break down. That's what we're here to do. So this right here, perfect timing, is an effective way to clear our energy, clear the energy that's we've been resisting, or has been, we don't really understand it, but it's like a pit in your stomach, or, it's just that when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, what is it? What's the difference? You're like, I didn't do anything. Nothing happened to me. What is this heaviness? That's what we're talking about. What are we shifting? It's moving through it, experiencing, making choices. And while you're here, while I've got you held captive, please like this video and subscribe if you're brand new, if you have not yet, because we also have live streams every full moon where we just get together, hang out, have fun, and we do oracle cards for humanity readings. So join us for that. So, effective way to clear our energy: luminescence. Okay, luminescence, the light from within, the light at our core, the light in our heart. Drawing that, to know our nature of vibration. What is vibration? What is energy? Waves of energy, waves of light, waves of sound. To feel and experience that is literally the core. You notice that people who have the least tend to be the most appreciative. And if we have nothing else, what do we tap into? What could you possibly appreciate? That's what we're really talking about. I love this too as well. Going deep, the mermaid, the deep dive meditation, how to meditate like a Scorpio. That's just like in gentle intro to shadow work. And this is what it is. It's softly going in and starting to access this, because it doesn't have to be scary or jarring. Things will come up that are not comfortable, but it's okay to soothe yourself in between. It doesn't need to be extremely painful all the time. Okay, it's going to come up in waves. That's why we want to have the support. That's why we want to make sure that we're really looking at and focusing on the truth and being playful with ourselves. It's very important to balance out this process. Okay, what can I do to make a difference? What can you do to make a difference in the world? What can you do to make a difference in your own life? It's the same. It's this process. If you really want to bring your full potential to the world, you have to examine your own self-sabotage. I'm doing it. It ain't fun. But believe me, it's a whole lot more fun than always having something chasing you, or always knowing that there's something buried beneath the surface and it's going to blow up in your face when you really get to a place of enjoying your life for the first time. You're not going to feel you quite deserve it, because there's something you've been hiding, some secret shame. It could be emotional, it could be an actual experience. It just, be ready, be willing to be vulnerable with those who are closest to you, your support system, whether that's your family, professionals. Okay, just some place that you can be safe. Start to open that up, because that's where you want your cracks to show. You want to have a safe place to land. Depth, the lake. Oh, how I love that depth, because this is exactly what we're doing. What did I say? Here's what we built on top. What is underneath? Okay, what is underneath? Here's what we built on top. What is below the surface? What's going to creep up to the surface? Like, whatever's down here isn't going to hide forever. It's not going to stay down there forever. It will surface. What is it? Who's in control of this experience? Okay, to choose to look in. When the energy is here, right now the energy is here. It's telling us again and again, look in, look in. It's safe to look in. Go deep, go deep, go deep. That meditation, it's just like, I know it's annoying to keep coming back to it, but I think it's so valuable because it's literally a deep dive meditation. The whole thing is diving down into the water, going down there and having this gentle experience. So it's not so terrifying, because it is. The dark can be scary. When we wander there, it can be scary. So I want to help. I want to help bring you down there to reassure you that everything is going to be okay, that this is all temporary, and there's nothing to be afraid of when you want to look at it. Here is our final message from the cosmos. I am so extremely grateful that you are here, that you spent this time with me. And would you share this with a friend if you enjoyed it? I would just really love to know that this is so meaningful to you that you felt someone else could find it valuable as well. That's really, really probably the biggest compliment I could receive. So just thank you so much. Here is our final message. Freedom. Oh, I love it so much. When you know that there is no landmine out there, there might just be one in front of you. One little thing. But you know that if you move too fast, if you stop paying attention, that's right where you'll step. What if there were no landmines? What if there was nothing out there to be afraid of? What if things come and things go, but if you're solid within, if you know who you are, there's nothing can be taken from you that you cannot recoup in your life, okay? So that's what this means. That's why we do this. No one can take anything from us. No emotional wound can steal our life from us. It is time to unlock that. Unlock the cage and let ourselves be free. To where does my soul want to travel? And we only can expand so far when we're at this place, when we're caged in, when we end up in this self-imposed cage, right? Because there's something that needs to be handled, looked at, that we've been avoiding. I do it. You do it. We all do it with something. Let's unlock, this inner peace, this inner freedom, because there's nothing there there's nothing there waiting, looming. When you know who you are, when you're solid at your own core, there's nothing out there to be afraid of anymore. Protection, cave. There you go. This is kind of the thing. Are we hiding? Where are we hiding? What are we hiding from? And does your soul want to break free? Okay, time to come out. Yes, it might be safer in the cave. And it doesn't mean we completely abandon all of our safety and all of our protection, but to realize that maybe no external source is going to provide safety and security for us, that we have to find that inside, and that we're never going to quite feel free if we don't step out. If we don't step out of that cave and see what's out there, okay? Because the anxiety is built in the cave. It's built in the isolation. And now we want to break free. Our final message from the cosmos. Mirror. Wow. In order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. Once I am open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those new shifts. And there's nothing else to say about that. I love you guys. Wow.